Well, welcome in once again, everybody, to another edition of Southern Nevada Living, the show that's going to let you know what you need to know if you are from out of state thinking about moving to Southern Nevada, and what you need to know if you are looking to buy property. You're a first-time home buyer, because that's what this show is all about, to walk you through the steps so you have an idea of what you're doing. And glad to have you along. We got a great show for you today. Another great show. I'm Dennis Silvers, along with my terrific co-host, Elaine, Hanson, who you could find at the Henderson office of Realty One.
Yes.
Been a top producer for a lot of years. Knows what she's doing, knows what she's talking about. Want to get a hold of her? That's where you do it. Realty One Henderson office.
Thank you, Dan.
Anyway, you're welcome. We've got a great guest for you today. She is the former mayor of the great city of Henderson, Debra March. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. To be here.
We're
excited to have you.
Very happy to have you. We're going to get started, though, first with Southern Nevada featured homes that are sponsored by Scott Gillespie at Evergreen Home Loans. I'm going to turn it over to my co-host.
Thank you, Dennis. Okay. Our first listing is 7340 Alpine Ridge. This property is priced at $429,900. It's a beautiful single-story, 3-bedroom, 2-bath with an attached 2-car garage. Just over 1,700 square feet, built in 1997. The single-story floor plan has a spacious design with manufactured wood and tile floors, beautiful vaulted ceilings, letting in lots of natural light, fresh paint in and out, which gives it a modern feel throughout the home. Full-length covered Alumawood patio cover in the back, low-maintenance desert landscaping front and back, and a great little area for a garden. So it's a beautiful home. This one sits out in Elkhorn Springs in the northwest area of town, close to the 215 and the I-11, convenient access to parks, shopping, and freeways. This is a great little property.
That's great.
Now our next one, we're going to jump to the other end of the valley, going into Henderson. We're at 1123 Christian Road. This one is courtesy of Kristen Volkovec, and that is with Realty One Group. Thank you, Kristen. We appreciate you letting us use your listing. Just under $5 million this property is, and just under 7,000 square feet, sitting on a 1.25 acre lot. What's really unique about this property is it literally sits up on a hillside. It has its own private gate and a drive that wraps up to the property. It's stunning, single-story floor plan, so it has 360-degree views, fully gated, own private, fully illuminated too. It has some neat shots with just the lighting at night around this property. No HOAs around here. This one combines luxury, privacy, and functionality. It has a gourmet kitchen with arched ceilings, lots of stone, wooden craftsmanship throughout. My favorite detail on this is it has an outdoor chef's kitchen that's actually fully enclosed by glass doors that just retract into themselves. So it can be closed off or fully open to the beautiful backyard. So you can sit, relax by your pool day or night, take in city views, take in mountain views, stunning and very a unique property. It's great. So that one sits out. What's interesting about this area, it's called Canyon View. And my parents moved out here when I was in middle school, bought an acre of land, built a house out there, but it was all dirt roads. So it's not dirt roads anymore there.
What a great listing. As I mentioned, today's guest is former Mayor of Henderson, Debra March. Let me tell you a little bit about Debra. She really has an extensive background in a lot of things. Mentioned former Mayor Henderson, and currently you run Debra March Ventures.
Mm-hmm.
What's that all about, briefly?
It's a real estate consulting firm, so I help with land use and planning, or with issues that a particular developer might have to be able to resolve those issues, to help them to get their projects out of the ground.
You have a very extensive background in land, in property, in homes. How did you get involved in real estate to begin with, Deborah?
Oh boy, I actually came to work in Southern Nevada. I went to work for the governor. I ran the real estate division. So I was at the real estate division for probably 4.5 years, and then did the City of Las Vegas's economic development marketing, and was recruited to UNLV, and I ran the Real Estate Institute in the College of Business for 16 years. And then when I became a council person and then subsequently mayor, I left the...
You left, right. Executive Director, UNLV Line Institute for Real Estate Studies. You sat on several boards, almost too numerous to mention: Regional Flood Transportation Board of Governors, Urban Land Institute, the Symphony Orchestras. What instrument do you play?
I don't play. I support them.
Nice.
Yeah, but I currently do serve as the chair of the Urban Land Institute for the state of Nevada. So we deal with land use and planning, and just raising the bar on how we design and develop master plan communities.
And we talked about this before. When a person gets into real estate, which is great, how do they decide if they're going to specialize, so to speak, in residential or commercial use?
You know, I think it's really a feel, what people enjoy. Do they enjoy working with the public? Do they enjoy residential properties? Or do they like the complexity of commercial real estate, whether it's around commercial finance or syndication, or there's a lot of legal issues that come into commercial property that are more complex. And so some people like the complexity of those kinds of issues, and so they make a decision. And I think it's probably, a lot of people do enter the industry through the residential marketplace, but many that are attending the program at UNLV do mentorship and internships in commercial real estate and make a decision to step out into commercial.
And I think there's a little bit of a difference too. When you have residential, your transactions tend to be a little bit faster, an average 30-day close, versus a commercial, which is much longer.
Much longer.
Right now, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, lots more Southern Nevada Living with our special guest. Stay with us. Back right after this. Don't move.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Las Vegas area? Elaine Hanson with Realty One Group. Born and raised right here, with over 28 years of full-time, full-service experience. Call today and make your next move with confidence.
Lawyers Title of Nevada, rooted in Las Vegas nearly 40 years, serving Southern Nevada with unmatched local knowledge and dedication. With the backing of the nation's largest title insurance company, our experienced staff is your powerhouse team, committed to seamless closings, clear communication, and concierge-level service. Because to us, it's never just a transaction. At Lawyers Title, personal experience matters.
All right, welcome back to more Southern Nevada Living. I'm Dennis Silvers, along with Elaine Hanson. Our special guest, Debra March, former mayor of Henderson. Debra, let me ask you this. As a mayor, you have a unique understanding of planning and zoning. How does effective community planning help attract both residents and businesses to the city?
You know, I think when you have good planning, you're really building a community of lasting value. You're putting the quality into the community that residents want. And one of the reasons folks find Henderson so attractive is really we've done a good job of balancing parks and open space and quality of life, and where we put our residential neighborhoods versus where we put the commercial uses, and balancing it. And then we don't abut industrial uses next to residential uses. We try to create a buffer or softening of those uses. So it's very thoughtful and deliberate planning and land use for the community. And so we as a community, for example, in Henderson, we have over 80 parks, and we have a commitment, for example, to have a park or a trail within a 10-minute walk of every resident, because we think it's so important for us to support good, healthy community, good, sustainable practices in community.
Can you share a planning decision that had a positive impact on the city?
Oh, yeah, sure. When I first was on the council, I was told, don't bother trying to redevelop Water Street because it's just a big challenge. And there are a lot of things that are in the way of it. And I'm going, no, I think that with the right uses and the right mixes, we could really make a difference on Water Street. And we've brought in the hockey arena. We've brought in some mixed-use commercial. I mean, look at Water Street today. And one of the things that we did that was so effective, I think, was that we made an $11 million investment in infrastructure before we invited people to start purchasing down there, because we felt like if we updated the infrastructure, the underground utilities, that it would make it more attractive and take a lot of the pressure off a developer or a commercial party to come into the area. And so companies like Juan's Flaming Fajita, Shanita's, the hockey arena, Wyndham Kimsey's development with TSK Architecture and the restaurants. And it's very exciting what's happened down there. And so I take great pride in what we've done.
You did an amazing job down there, like the way it's flourished and continues to do so.
Thank you. You guys have moved that down there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Different world. And then things like the Raiders, bringing the Raiders to West Henderson, property values soared. And then Haas Automation, that's bringing in 2,000 jobs at 60,000 a year or better. Those are jobs where people can afford to live, work, and play in our community. And so those are the kinds of decisions that we're deliberate and thoughtful about, so that we are building that brighter future for all of our residents.
And I know recently City of Henderson won the Malcolm Baldrige Award, and I know that's a lot of years in the planning. Can you touch upon that and what it takes to get that?
My background is, have a plan, work the plan, and be deliberate about it. And I have a plaque that I used to keep on my desk when I was mayor, and I have given them to a lot of people. It says, without facts and data, you're just another person with an opinion. And there's a lot of opinions out there, but we used to collect data. So we knew that the citizens were happy with the decisions we were making. We knew that they were happy with the police department, or that there were services that they were getting, fire, and things that in areas where we needed to work on it. We also knew that too, because we got feedback on it. And that really led into when we went after the Malcolm Baldrige Award, which was a 15-year journey to achieve that award. We had to hit milestones to prove our worthiness to receive that award, which is a top business award in the country. And as a municipality, I think there's only been 5 municipalities in the nation that have ever received that award, and Henderson is one of them. No. It really does speak to the commitment of the community and all of its employees, and to building a brighter future for all of our residents.
And so that award, is that based on just the overall city planning? And
no, it's performance at all levels, whether it's numbers on how service delivery, whether we're meeting the needs of our residents out in the community, whether we're getting utilities addressed, the water services, our response time to the types of services that we're providing. So it's really that we have a system in place where we respond to the needs of the community, and we deliver appropriate services, and even looks at crime and things like that. So there's a whole series of factors that they look at, but how we perform and how we deliver service.
Let me ask you this briefly, Debra. When you have a new home builder come into the Planning Commission, what's the main thing you look for when they tell you about what they want to do, when they want to develop a community?
Yeah, I think probably, that their values are consistent with the city's values, but that they are looking at parks and trails, infrastructure investment, how they phase in the project to make sure that we're building quality communities, because we want to make sure that, 10, 15, 20 years from now, it's still a sustaining part of our neighborhood and community, and that they have the same value systems. We also look at, different factors like, they're looking at age restricted, and what do we need to look at in terms of around age restricted, and the impact that an age-restricted community might have area services as well.
Because there's a lot to it.
Goes into
there's a lot to it when you take it in, because we have some of the fastest-growing master plan areas in Sparata, Cadence, amongst many that have already filled in from Green Valley South to Green Valley Ranch.
And our age
commercial development is sustainable.
And you need to have commercial that supports the residential. Otherwise, you can keep growing out. Like, for example, the timing is now right for that neighborhood that's along St. Lake Mead, that as we're going out west towards Lake Las Vegas, that whole commercial piece that sat vacant for a while, now is the right time. You have enough rooftops to support the residential. So there's a balance. And you look at companies, for example, like Costco, who choose neighborhoods to build in, and they choose it based upon the number of rooftops and the business that they know if it's going to be attracted to their stores.
All right, I'll tell you what, we're going to step away, take another short break, and we come back. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to talk more about some real estate things that you need to know right here on Southern Nevada Living. We're going to be right back after this.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Las Vegas area? Elaine Hanson with Realty One Group. Born and raised right here, with over 28 years of full-time, full-service experience. Call today and make your next move with confidence.
Lawyers Title of Nevada, rooted in Las Vegas nearly 40 years, serving Southern Nevada with unmatched local knowledge and dedication. With the backing of the nation's largest title insurance company, our experienced staff is your powerhouse team, committed to seamless closings, clear communication, and concierge-level service. Because to us, it's never just a transaction. At Lawyers Title, personal experience matters.
All right, we're back, everybody, with, hey, let's have some fun. As you could tell, this week's subject about let's have some fun is favorite coffee shop or breakfast shop. And Deborah, I'm going to start with you. What's your favorite coffee shop?
I love Mothership Coffee over
Okay.
at St. Rose and Carnegie. They have the best coffee.
I love Mothership. They have them all over. You've got a couple in Henderson. You have one at Ferguson's downtown, Southwest.
Just opened one on the west side, too.
Yes, exactly. In Summerlin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, great coffee. Mine is Magnum Coffee Roasters.
I knew that.
I love Magnum. I don't know if you know where that's at. So Magnum is on Sunset, right across. You can actually watch the planes land. It's really a roastery with a little tiny coffee shop up front. So I go buy my coffee there. When I buy my coffee, then I grab a drink. They're consistent. They have the freshest, best to me.
Where do they import from?
You know what? I don't know. Actually, I do know they all over, because when you buy, like, they have dozens of different types. My favorite is Sin City Seduction, and it is a blend of medium and dark roast beans. Love it. Love it.
It's good.
I was just there this morning. Shout out, Allison. Thanks for making my drink great. Appreciate it. And how about you? Where's your favorite?
I like Dark Moon Coffee Roasters. I like them because the atmosphere is great. They make fresh pastries every day. They have a wide variety of coffee, some unique flavors, and it's just a fun place to go.
Yeah, they got a nice little roastery there too. Yes,
They do.
Right in house.
Is that the one on Eastern?
Eastern Seven Hills area?
Yes.
Yes, I think
The Seven Hills area,
Yeah.
yes.
it is.
So I recommend if you're by that area, you're a coffee drinker, go in, give them a shot. You're going to like it. And I know there's a lot to talk about this.
There is a lot.
Deborah, tell us about your time as mayor of Henderson, and what are you most proud of? You've had a lot of accomplishments. What are you most proud of, though?
You know, I think I'm most proud of the team that I had the opportunity to work with and to build a brighter future. In fact, my commitment has always been, when I was mayor, to leave it better than I found it. And so we would work on identifying goals and priorities and really to achieve those goals. And I think we've been very successful with many of the projects. I think we built like 3 or 4 fire stations, a police station, a community education facility on the west side that's called the Debra March Center.
Yes, I love that.
But that was finished after I was. But then just so many different services. The arena was built during COVID and actually came in under budget and on time, and an 18-month build, and it's a 7,000 see it arena. I'm proud of accomplishing many of those things that really were heavy lifts, but it was good for community. And again, it's part of that commitment to leave it better than I found it.
Filling in that Water Street area like that, renovation's just been, it's fantastic down there. It is. Lively.
And I, as chair of the Regional Transportation Commission for many years, I recognized that Boulder Highway was a serious issue for our community, that we needed, it was number one for road deaths in the state of Nevada, and we had to make improvements. And so now the work that's being done on Boulder Highway, I'm especially proud of, because really it's going to make it one of the safest roads in our community and in our state.
Yeah.
Great point.
And you were mentioning off camera about Greenspun Junior High. Can you tell us about their award?
Yeah, Greenspun Junior High received the #1 award, international award for robotics. And we're very proud of them. And Casey Giuliano is the teacher that leads the program, and she was acknowledged internationally as well. And so
international,
that might be someone you might want to bring in just to talk about great things happen in our school systems.
That's a great idea.
It's great schools and a great quality of life.
That's a big draw for people coming into Henderson.
It is.
So tell us something that you'd like to see happen in Clark County to ensure a strong economic future.
Well, I think it's probably important for us to continue to diversify our economy, to bring in a mix of business and industry that aren't just hotel and gaming related, but really are good paying jobs that folks, even in an economic downturn, can continue to sustain as a community. So bringing in good, like Haas Automation, they build the machines that build machines.
Oh, wow.
They export to like 60 countries. And so they're always going to be producing something, and they pay $60,000 a year or better. Those are the kinds of jobs we want to see created and attracted to our community for the sustaining quality of life that is beyond gaming.
Definitely.
People could work in gaming if they choose, but there's options then.
Definitely. Are there any others you see throughout the valley
I think healthcare is going to always be something that's growing and it's going to have a need. They're going to be building a children's hospital in West Las Vegas. I think that's critical. It's, we see so many people who go to the airport for services because they fly somewhere else because we haven't had them here. Right. Well, having a children's hospital is a game changer.
Yes.
Great point.
Exactly. It's amazing how much the valley's grown. Obviously, I've been here all my life. You've been here a long time yourself. And all of these supporting, facilities coming in for us is helping us draw in,
you bet,
more people.
It's affording our residents the quality of life that they've moved here and deserve.
Exactly.
Before we leave, Debra, I got one question for you. Do you miss politics? Any desire to get back in the game, so to speak?
I miss making good decisions around quality community. I don't miss the political gamesmanship. I loved serving my community. It was probably the biggest honor I think I will have ever had in my life looking back, but I don't miss the gamesmanship around it.
Yeah.
Your service will have a lasting impact.
Yeah, I hope so.
Not just on the city of Henderson, but the whole valley.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debra, for being here.
I want to thank my co-host for another great job.
And
we're going to be back next week with another good guest, so make sure you tune in to more Southern Nevada Living. Until then, so long, everybody.
See you.
Thank you.